Human attraction is rarely as logical as we like to believe. We pride ourselves on choosing partners based on shared values, facial symmetry, or emotional intelligence. But deep within the male subconscious mind lies a hidden matrix, a complex web of wiring that dictates what a man finds appealing without his conscious permission. And sometimes, the brain experiences a profound, universal design flaw. Consider this reality across every continent. Throughout thousands of years of recorded human history, there is one specific, non-reproductive part of the female anatomy that consistently commands an overwhelming amount of male fascination. It isn't the eyes, the smile, or the hair. It is something far lower on the physical architecture, a woman's foot. To the rational mind, this preference makes absolutely no sense. From an evolutionary standpoint, attraction is supposed to be driven by obvious survival and reproduction traits. So why does a massive percentage of the male population possess a deep, undeniable fascination with an area of the female body designed purely for walking? For decades, society dismissed this as a taboo quirk, a fringe subculture, or an unspoken anomaly. But modern neuroscience, evolutionary psychology, and historical data have revealed a far more profound truth. This isn't a random behavioral glitch. It is a brilliant, hidden crossover written directly into the physical geography of the male brain. Today, we decode the secret architecture of male desire and look directly into the strangest neurological design flaw in existence. To understand why this phenomenon exists, we have to travel inside the physical skull and look at how the brain maps the human body. Deep within the parietal lobe sits a structure called the somatosensory cortex. Think of this strip of tissue as the brain's internal GPS, or sensory blueprint. Every single square inch of the physical body has a designated real estate zone inside this cortex. When a body part experiences sensation, that specific zone lights up with electrical activity. In the early 20th century, neurosurgeons began mapping this sensory strip, and they discovered something deeply bizarre. The brain's internal map does not follow the natural layout of the physical human body. It is completely rearranged. And this is where the design flaw occurs. In the geography of the somatosensory cortex, the neural pathways responsible for processing sensations from the feet and toes are located directly adjacent to and completely bordered by the neural pathways that process data from the reproductive organs. They share a physical border inside the gray matter. Renowned neurobiologists hypothesized that due to this extreme physical proximity, a natural phenomenon occurs called neural cross-wiring or signal bleed. Because these two processing centers are packed so tightly together, the electrical signals frequently overflow into one another in the male brain. When a man processes visual or sensory input from a woman's lower extremities, the neighboring reproductive sector experiences a sympathetic resonance. The brain, quite literally, confuses the signals. It is a magnificent, accidental crossover. What the conscious mind perceives as a simple physical object, the subconscious mind interprets through a lens of profound emotional and physiological significance. This isn't a conscious choice. It is a hardwired neurological reality. While neuroscience explains the physical wiring, evolutionary psychology explains how this specific target became sexualized. To the male subconscious, a woman's feet are a highly sophisticated biometric data report. In evolutionary biology, male attraction is heavily triggered by indicators of youth, health, and high estrogen levels. Estrogen directly influences bone development and body proportions. In women, higher estrogen levels correlate with smaller, more delicate bone structures, particularly in the hands and feet. Therefore, a small, smooth, and elegantly proportioned foot is a direct visual proxy for high fertility and youthfulness. It tells the ancient male's subconscious that this individual is at peak reproductive age and possesses optimal health. Furthermore, before the invention of modern medicine and clean environments, a woman with pristine, unmarked, and well-maintained feet signaled something profound about her social status. It meant she had the resources to avoid harsh, manual labor outdoors, lived in a protected environment, and maintained peak physical hygiene. Cleanliness and care were impossible luxuries for the working class in ancestral times. Consequently, across ancient civilizations from Egypt to Rome and into modern high-fashion aesthetics, the presentation of a woman's feet became an immediate indicator of elite status and luxury. When a man looks at a woman wearing premium, high-end footwear, or displaying perfectly maintained aesthetics today, his modern conscious mind sees contemporary fashion. But his ancient evolutionary subconscious is reading that data report. It is interpreting proportion, smoothness, and care as signs of genetic abundance and high value. The next time you evaluate what draws men and women together, remember that human attraction is a masterpiece of complex engineering. What society often labels as an unusual preference or an unspoken fascination is actually a beautiful convergence of neurological cross-wiring, biological signaling, and thousands of years of evolutionary history. Our brains are beautifully flawed instruments, carrying ancient maps and accidental connections that govern our deepest desires. Men don't choose what they find attractive. They simply follow the blueprints written long before they were even aware they existed. If you found this deep dive into the human subconscious fascinating, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. We break down the hidden dynamics of human nature, psychology, and social interaction that the rest of the world refuses to talk about. Until next time, keep observing, keep analyzing, and keep leveraging the power of the mind.